Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me! Resonate with the earth!
This one's mine!
Resonate with
I'm
the
not
earth!
so good with airborne targets.
Got fire!
I've got this.
Resonate
Let
with
him
the
lock
earth!
it.
All yours!
With the earth!
It's showtime. Where are you going?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart from your heart's content.
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
This won't be easy.
Begin!
Don't be such a pessimist.
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! On your knees! Air pressure! Begin!
Hear my call!
Blind freak!
Still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
On your knees!
Do it!
Rising Wyvern!
Burning!
Looks like we won.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance.
Leave the agile ones to me. On here and strong. Can't get out of this!
Rising Falcon!
Begin! You're mine! Hondo! Prepare to be sealed! Air pressure! Outfit! Can you take it? In a bind?
Raging storm!
Begin!
I got it!
Does it hurt? Not so fast!
Water! Hear my call!
Negative gate!
Laser spear! Here's evil!
Another incantation ruined! Begin! Now or never! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! On your air pressure! No heart is being interrupted! They can't get out of this!
Sword Rain
Begin!
out!
You're mine! The everlasting sun! You attack without mercy!
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against the worthy.
So those are Danon after all.
Now!
Blow them away!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine this sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
I still got a ways to go. Oh.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
You're mine! No further! I'll take you all on! Take it!
Confiscated!
I'm not done!
It's a duel of the arts!
Eternal devastation! On your knees! Try harder! My turn! Here I come! Eat dirt!
Raging storm!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll
Leave
put
the
it
enemy's
out.
arts to me!
You're helping me become a paladin.
For the good of all of us.
Smash you!
Do it! Raging storm! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Eternal devastation!
Being interrupted.
Dragon Swarm!
Did you just heal me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right.
Here I come! Crush!
Dance in the wind!
Time to let it rip! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Blade! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Crush!
Lightning Orb! Dance in the wind! Mine! Air thrust!
Here I come!
Air slide! Back into the fight!
Take this!
Annihilation! Light!
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Photon dance in the wind!
Ignite!
In here!
Take this! Eternal devastation! No escape!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
This realm doesn't seem like such a bad place to camp in.
Yeah, there's lots of plants and wildlife here.
I know, and it all looks friggin' delicious.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. This one will be difficult to predict.
You're mine! Eternal Devil! Begin! Elusive deity! I'll take you all on! Rising Falcon!
Where are you going? Shield!
Taking pile drive!
Radiant, come here!
You've got flyers!
I've got this! Let him swordsman him!
Armor won't save
I'm
you!
yours! You're finished! Catapult! This one's all mine!
Radiant, this one's mine!
Rising Falcon!
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite!
Dragon
On
Swarm!
your knees!
Downfall! I'm out!
It's over!
Thunder shield! Radiant!
You're mine!
Power of water!
Eternal Devastation!
Elusive deity!
There with the others!
You're finished!
Pile driver!
Radiant!
Eternal
Who
Devastation!
wants to run next?
No further!
Take this!
Here I go! It's do it!
With the earth!
Right after reload!
Eternal
can really make weapons with it?
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah, we used to run up...
Coming through! Take this! Eternal Devastation! Anything in armor is all mine!
Mind if I do?
Eternal Devastation! Crush!
Where are you going?
Crush!
Airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You picked the wrong fight!
Now!
You're mine!
Do it! Don't leave!
Light burst force!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
You're mine! Not so fast! You're finished! Try not again! Dragon Swarm! I'm not done! Catapult! Eternal Devastation! My turn!
Water, hear my call!
Damn it! You're finished! Elusive
An expert coming through!
Pile
Dance in the wind!
Eternal Devastation!
Here! My astral now! I'm out of
Remote!
astral energy!
Say no more!
We can really make weapons with this?
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Shattering! I shall ensure you survive this! Now or never! Catapult! Dragon Swarm!
Shining
You're mine!
I'm
free!
What if they just sit still?
Fiona, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Leave the enemy's arms to me.
Not today! No complaints here!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Those are impressive skills.
They took a lifetime to master.
You know, to keep training.
Wow! Look what I just found.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Armor won't save you!
Here I come! You're finished! Time to let it rip!
This one's mine.
Here I come! Prepare to be seized! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're mine! Eternal Devastation!
Resonate with the earth. The enemy wields our truth.
You'll soon see about that.
Begin! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Eternal Devastation! Crush! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
Why'd you do it?
To stop you dying?
Anything in armor is all mine!
Take this! Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm!
Rotating fire!
You're finished! Take this! Eternal Devastation! You're mine! It's over! Eternal Devastation! You're mine!
I'll face it.
Eternal Devastation! Take this!
Now or never.
I owe you one.
In a bind? You're helping me become a pattern.
It's
For the good of all of us.
Is it now?
I've been doing really great lately.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
What's this thing?
Brace yourselves! This one's
That
tough!
one's mine!
I'm not done!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Dragon
I'm only
form!
getting started!
You picked the wrong fight! Start up!
Radiant here!
Shattering the pieces!
Wind natural energy!
Blue
Lightning
escape!
to death!
Where are you going?
Do it! Thunder blade!
Eternal devastation!
Radiant
You're mine! We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. I owe you one.
Here I go.
Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth.
Eternal devastation! It's on!
Resonate with the earth.
Rising Falcon!
On take this.
Crush! You're mine! Eternal devastation!
I need to be stronger.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured,
Little help!
You're mine! Crush!
Gemini out in your dreams!
Dragon Swarm!
Crush!
Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt!
Dance in the wind! Hear me! Flame fury! Water!
Come on, come on!
New melody.
Blood! Radiant star! Never miss!
I'm ready.
Eternal devastation!
Gemini Alpha! Dance in the wind! By the power of water!
Crush! Crush!
Take courage, beloved! It's
Eternal
over!
devastation!
Freeze Lancer!
Take
Now
it!
for something special! Steer into the wind!
Dragon
Do it!
Swarm!
In here! Astral energy!
Say no more! That astral energy was incredible!
I gave it everything I had.
Let's dispose of the trash. Resonate with the
Eternal
earth.
devastation!
Take this.
Eternal devastation!
Resonate with the earth.
Swordblade! Eternal devastation!
This one's mine.
I'm not done! Crush!
Take it.
It's
Now!
over! It's over! Eternal devastation! Double demon blast! Dragon Swarm! I owe you one! Dragon Swarm! Double demon fang! You're mine! Rising Falcon!
Freeze Lancer!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
No choice!
Here goes! Here's evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Concentrated! Alphen! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well done! Call!
Rising Wyvern! Here I
Finish it!
Take
Lightning
this!
Orb!
Take this!
Purge Malevolence!
Rising Wyvern!
Fury Blade!
Rising Phoenix!
Elusive deity!
Stay still!
One hand to the wind!
Negative
Air
death.
drop! Hand to the wind! Hear my call!
Rising Wyvern!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you. Shion.
Coming through!
Take this!
Where are you going?
Eternal devastation!
Begin!
Eternal
Resonate
devastation!
with the earth!
Dragon Swarm!
Stalagmite! In a bind! I'm ready!
More! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. There. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
Ugh.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Dragon Swarm!
Look up for this help. Dance in the wind.
I can carve through.
Take it! Is this it?
In here.
I couldn't make it into...
Do they not teach you to say thank you in Dana?
Who the...
Well,
hell
Renan,
are
they
you?
don't.
Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
It's unbelievable.
You mean he even took class as a lord?
Dragon Swarm!
Thanks for being interrupted.
Here's the healing arc! Double demon fang!
First
Demon
aid!
fang!
I'll
To
take
the
you.
ground!
Lightning!
Not so fast. Take it in your hands now.
Eat dirt!
Reload!
Now! While it's reeling!
Take it down!
Take it!
Tidal wave! Precipitation!
Dragon dick! Dragon form!
Did
you just hear me?
I need you, remember? I can't be ready up.
Forgive me. It's my fault.
You're mine! You're finished!
I'll bring you back from
Here I
death.
come! You're finished!
I'll bring you back from death to
Now
this.
you see what I can do!
Fall.
Resuscitation!
Take this!
On your knees.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Another incantation ruined.
Benediction light.
Here's another. Here's a
Double demon fang!
burning strike. Cover the water. If it's in the sky, it's
Radiant
mine.
light. Regeneration. Take this.
Close one. Lightning condemned. Thunder blade. Lightning condemned. Here. Thunder blade. Fall into the own flame. Reload. Load of ammo.
Don't burn out!
Benediction light.
Here comes. Here I call.
Take this! Here I come!
Here's the fear. Here's the evil.
Burn!
Show.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen,
Shion!
thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well,
You were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can. Can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Forgive you!
I'll take you all on!
Burning
Sword!
Not on my watch!
Eternal devastation! Dragon Swarm!
Thunder Field!
Can you take it?
Glacial Field! Alright!
You got fire!
I've got this! Let him march me!
Now see what I can do! All yours!
I'll be saving you!
My turn! Eternal devastation! Strike!
Hail Sword!
Dragon Swarm!
Let's go! Dance in the wind! Reload!
You're
Sweet
mine!
dreams!
It's over!
Radiant blood!
So those are Danon astral arts.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm all to the win!
Nicely done, Xion.
You're flat. Step it up.
Yeah. You got it.
I must keep striving.
You can ease off yourself.
Pot calls the kettle black.
Good advice for all of us, to be honest.
What a rush.
I need you, remember?
Right. Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Take this! Eternal devastation!
So that's how a lord fights.
I don't perform as well when I'm observed.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear you say that.
Here I come! Crush! I'm ready! Dragon Swarm!
Raging Storm!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Forgive you!
Eternal devastation!
Here's the evil! Supernova!
Dragon Swarm!
Arthur!
You're finished!
Blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No complaints here!
I can't hold on much longer!
Come on!
Dragon Swarm!
One more!
Here I come!
I'll face you.
Eternal devastation! You picked the wrong fight!
Begin!
You're mine!
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Driven and talented.
Where are you going?
Here I am! Take this!
Start
Rising Falcon!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Go no further!
Here I come! Crush! Here I come!
Seal!
Eternal devastation!
I'll be saving this way!
You're mine!
Lightning! Supernova!
Take this!
I can carve
through
Prepare to be
armor.
sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk in your doing. Lightning orbs! Dance in the wind! In here!
No further!
Magic! Sleep now!
Dragon form!
Arcane waterfall! Seal!
Dragon form!
Get on spear!
Here I come! I'm not done!
One at a time!
Do it! Eternal devastation! In an instant! Impact block!
Could have been worse. Discourteous,
You're
aren't you?
mine! Eternal devastation! Come one, come all! Eternal devastation! It's go time!
Lightning! Here! I'm out of ammo!
Eternal devastation!
We'll soon see
You
about
picked the
that!
wrong fight! My turn! Rising Falcon!
In here! Glacier
Take this!
I'll be saving this one!
Smash you! Take this! On the earth, Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Rising Falcon!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Shining
It's
Super
on!
Do it!
You're mine!
Hey, one at a time!
Crush! Eternal devastation!
Does it hurt?
Arcane Waterfall!
You're finished!
On your Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Little help!
Come and face me! Dragon Swarm! You're finished! Crush! Eternal devastation! Dragon Swarm! It's showtime!
Dance in the wind!
I'm not
Air
done!
thrust!
Crush!
One more time!
Eternal devastation! It's over!
Resonate with the earth!
I'm not done! Eternal devastation!
Arcane Waterfall!
You're mine! You're finished! Eternal
I'm on a
devastation!
roll! Freeze Lancer!
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry. I'll help you keep a wide berth.
Eternal
Rise and ready!
devastation!
Here's
Dragon
evil!
Swarm!
Big whirl! Alright! It's showtime!
You're finished! Crush!
Elusive deity!
Thunderblade!
I think I'm getting stronger.